In the quiet village of Amankalu, nestled deep in the rolling hills of eastern Nigeria, lived Nkem, a staunch atheist. To him, the stories of the gods and spirits told around the fires by the elders were nothing but relics of a primitive past. Nkem was a trader, a wealthy one at that, and he attributed all his success to his wit and hard work. God? Which God? If there is a God, why do the poor still suffer? He often scoffed at his devout neighbors, waving his hand dismissively. His wife, Amora, a devout Catholic, prayed fervently for his conversion, but Nkem would always laugh at her, calling her prayers a waste of time. One fateful day, Nkem set off for a nearby town to purchase goods for his shop. It was the season of the harmattan, and the dry wind blew dust across the narrow, winding roads. As he loaded his goods into his truck, an old woman approached him. Her frame was frail, and her skin was weathered like an ancient scroll. "Please, my son, spare me a little money for food," she begged, her voice quivering with exhaustion. Nkem scowled. "I don't have money to waste on lazy beggars," he snapped. "Go and work if you want to eat." The old woman looked at him with piercing eyes and said, "Do not forget that life is like a marketplace, we all must leave when our time comes." Then she turned and walked away, her words lingering like the echo of a gong. Nkem paid no mind to her cryptic remark and drove off, humming a popular high-life tune. The road home was long and lonely, cutting through dense forests and rugged hills. As he reached the midpoint of his journey, his truck suddenly sputtered and came to a halt. Frustrated, he climbed out and inspected the engine, but no matter what he tried, the truck wouldn't start. The sun was dipping below the horizon, and the forest began to hum with the eerie sounds of the night. As he sat on the roadside, contemplating his next move, he heard the sound of footsteps approaching. Out of the shadows emerged a man, tall and dressed in white, his face obscured by a wide-brimmed hat. "Good evening," the man said, his voice deep and calm. "You seem to be in trouble." Nkem hesitated, then replied, "Yes. My truck broke down, and I'm stranded." The man nodded. "Perhaps I can help you. But first, tell me, Nkem, do you believe in the divine?" Nkem froze. "How do you know my name?" he asked, his voice trembling. The man chuckled. "I know many things. I also know that you mock God, but you are about to witness his power." Before Nkem could respond, the man walked over to the truck, placed his hand on the hood, and murmured something inaudible. The engine roared to life. Nkem stared, dumbfounded. "Who are you?" he whispered. The man looked at him with eyes that seemed to glow in the dim light. "You will know soon enough. But remember this, humility is the key to understanding the mysteries of life." With that, the man turned and disappeared into the forest, leaving Nkem shaken. He drove home in silence, his mind racing. When he arrived, Amora noticed his unusual demeanor. "Nkem, are you okay?" she asked. He nodded slowly. "Amora, do you think God forgives even the worst of unbelievers?" Tears filled her eyes as she embraced him. "Yes, Nkem. God's mercy is boundless." That night, Nkem knelt beside his wife and prayed for the first time in his life, tears streaming down his face. From that day on, he became a changed man, using his wealth to help the poor and spreading the message of humility and faith. He didn't believe in God until that fateful encounter, but now, his life was a living testament to the divine.